A commenter on the video where I drove the F-250 4x4 in the snow a few hours ago made a request to do a cold start of the rebuilt 1995 Ford Crown Victoria. So I figured, why the heck not? This thing had been driven since about Sunday, so hadn't been all too long ago. But it is pretty cold out here, and as you can see, this thing is pretty well snowed in. Snow is almost up to the tires. And it is pretty cold out here. If I pick a temperature measurement here, and now we're reading about 14. 14.8. So it's pretty darn cold out here. So let me go ahead and wipe off all that snow and everything and get the hood open, and we'll fire this thing up. Okay, now I got the car cleaned off as best I could, and we'll get a quick measurement of the inside of the engine, see if I can hit this exhaust manifold, see what the temperature is. And it looks like it's about 18 degrees. That is a cold engine. And the other thing I want to do is I want to test this Die-Hard battery and see what kind of shape it's in. I got this electronic voltage or battery tester, and we'll go ahead and hook up the positive terminal first. Then we'll go with the negative. And my battery is so bright here it's hard to tell, but 12.16 is what that reads. My battery is a little bit low. And to use this, you just keep hitting enter. Want to do a battery test instead of a starting test. And we'll choose SLI for conventional flooded battery. And then we'll put in the cold cranking amp rating, which is 850. And at this point, we'll go ahead and test it. And looks like it's reading 634. So, and it also gives you these indicator lights down here. So it hasn't failed, but it is a little bit low on charge. But I think 634 cranking amps is going to be plenty to fire up this engine. And one of the things I noticed during the last snowstorm we had, although that snowstorm wasn't quite as severe, is I think I've got a idler pulley starting to fail. That bearing is getting real noisy when the temperature gets low like this. I think the bearing's dried out in there. If you guys have been keeping up on the channel, this engine is the 13,000 mile engine that was swapped from the wrecked Crown Vic. I think it has about 1,700 to 2,500 more miles on it now, so it's probably around 15,000 miles. The odometer in the car is actually broken. Didn't know that until I was actually able to start driving the car. But still, a very low mileage engine, but time is a factor. Even though the engine has low miles on it, grease just over time dries up. So that pulley is going to be talking to me here in a little bit when we get it fired up. So let's see how she does. Hopefully it'll fire up and start charging that battery. Yeah, that thing is really going bad. It'll quiet down once the engine warms up and the grease starts to become more liquid instead of a solid. But it fired right up. The die-hard battery came through. That battery's about maybe 4 years old now, not too old. But it was low, according to the tester. But this thing's actually running pretty good. Nice and smooth. Kind of curious to see how hot these exhaust manifolds get, or how quickly they get hot. Yeah, it's coming right on up to temperature. Running less than a minute, it's already 200 degrees. There's no way, with the snow like this, I'm going to be able to drive this car anytime soon. I'll be relying on the F-250 4x4 for the next several days until the plows have a chance to come out here and make the road safe. This car with one-wheel drive, basically, it's an open differential, where this one, the truck is a limited slip. This car would get stuck in the snow in a matter of seconds, I'm sure, or end up in a ditch. But I'll go ahead and let the engine warm up and charge up that battery. And it's encouraging that even though it's really cold out here, this thing started right up.